Nate Tice here from Football 301, back again with another film breakdown. This time, the Seattle Seahawks offense and their explosive passing game led by Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith-Njigba. The Seahawks have the second highest explosive pass rate in the entire NFL right now. You would think a Kubiak, Shanahan type of offense would be more run heavy, and they are running the ball, but the play action concepts that the Seahawks do off the run action has really led to a lot of success, and maybe JSN leading as Offensive Player of the Year through 6 weeks of the season. Against the Jaguars, they got to a few play action passes for big gains, and I'm going to jump into them right now. So on the first play here, and this is the tight end usage of the Seahawks is really important to point out, is how they use them for blocking the run game, how they use them for formations, how they use them for blocking in the pass game as well. And the protections with the tight ends and how they're used here is really interesting to me on top of the pass concepts. But right here, you can see the two tight ends for the Seahawks lined up next to each other. What's really interesting right here is even the pre-snap that Clint Kubiak uses in the formation usage right here from the Seahawks is this little motion that they'll put the tight end on to get him over here. That is going to bring the Jaguars safety down. So if you see on the first image, he is right here. He is going to rotate down when that formation happens. Why is that important? Because now you see this is a single high safety look from the Jaguars. That safety is down with the linebackers, and now you have single high. Why is it important that you have single high? It's an easier path in theory to throw against. Whether it's drop back, whether it's play action, single high usually is better to pass against, and two high is usually easier to run against. That's not all the time, but in this case it is. So again, single high defense here. You see now this balanced formation from the Seahawks. You have a tight end, a receiver, a receiver. And this is going to be a classic play action concept that the NFL has seen for decades now, including a lot of guys with the last name Kubiak and a lot of guys with the last name Shanahan. And this is going to be a corner over combination. So you're going to get a high corner route from Torrey Horton here using his speed, and then you'll get an over route from JSN that will be hit for a big gain. So off the action, you're going to see the fake here from Sam Darnold to the running back. You see the linebackers and that down safety from the Jaguars come up. And remember, I pointed out that over route from JSN. Notice that there's a void starting to be created here. So you're going to have Torrey Horton running off this corner here, Jordan Lewis, and then JSN working into that void, that big voided area right here. And this is just beautifully executed by the Seahawks. Not only the routes, not only that the formation usage, you'll see a perfectly clean pocket from Sam Darnold to execute out of. And then you see JSN wide open for a 20-plus yard gain. Another explosive pass for the Seahawks offense. Next play. Remember I talked about those tight ends. Remember I talked about that formation. You got the two tight ends and that wing set right here, that balanced look. But you're going to see too, is that just like on the last play, when that tight end moved back across to help out with the protection, they're going to do the exact same thing here. This tight end is going to work across and help out. That happened on the last play as well, but this play is a little bit more important because I thought it was really interesting here is that the tight ends don't end up blocking here. They all get out into the route concept. All five eligible players do, and that's huge to be getting all five out on a pass concept that's play action too. It's kind of the best of both worlds. And this is going to be a sail concept from the Seattle Seahawks. A sail concept is you're going to have a corner or a deep out route from the tight end. You're going to have a deep post go route. We'll call it a post here in this case. And then you're going to have this tight end working across and working to the flat. So sail is a 3-level concept. Everybody in the NFL runs it. A lot of teams in college run it, and high school run it. It is a classic concept in football. And on a sail concept, it is going to be alert that deep ball, and then technically one, but we'll call it two. Alert's kind of coaches cheating here. One is the sail route, and then the check down right here to the underneath. What's really interesting here too is that they run sail at the perfect time because the Jaguars are going to be in a quarters coverage. I know I mentioned I've made a whole big deal about single high being better to pass against, yada, yada, yada. But sail is really good against quarters because cover 4, this safety right here, he's going to have anything that's in front of him, like a dig, or that corner route, like I mentioned, by the tight end, he's going to have to close on it. And you'll see Andrew Wingard here from the Jags get caught in no man's land. So as soon as he is flat-footed, see, he's waiting for that corner to come right here or waiting for that dig to come underneath him. He gets caught flat-footed, gets caught in no man's land. And there you see, there's Jackson Smith-Njigba running right past him. I was taught at one point, you want to make that safety look like a baseball pitcher that gave up a home run. He's either looking over his head, or he just puts his head down because he knows what's about to happen. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens here on the long touchdown to JSN. There he is going, oh no, I see what's about to happen here. There's Sam Darnold launching an absolute beautiful throw here to JSN, and this goes for a long touchdown for the Seahawks. Again, off play action, again, getting to an explosive play. All right, last play action here. This one is also interesting to me, but again, it's not two tight ends, but it's the tight end usage and how they create a formation here that looks like a run look. The Seahawks are going to have A.J. Barner here in the slot. They're going to motion him back into a fullback spot. So even though they're in 11 personnel, which is 3 receivers, that tight end, A.J. Barner, and a running back, they're going to create almost a 21 personnel look, a fullback with 1 tight end look. Cooper Kupp can kind of be, a de facto tight end sometimes in the Seahawks offense. But Cooper Kupp is going to get a juicy target here on play action. What's essentially a pop pass. So after you motion A.J. Barner back, you see him as a fullback right here. You see even the Jaguars linebacker, Devin Lloyd, kind of stepping up, going like, all right, I'm going to have to fit up on him if he comes and blocks me. So when we get this play fake, we're just going to get a little pop pass behind. So you're going to get the run action, and he breaks out over here. You get the run action from the back. These linebackers, this safety, again, are going to come up and fly up because they think they have to fit that run. That's going to be a lead run that the Seahawks offense does from time to time. So I'm going to go to the end zone view here, and you'll see, all right, Sam Darnold giving the play fake, A.J. Barner fitting up on Devin Lloyd, and Devin Lloyd looks like he has to, okay, I'm going to blow up this run play. You see Foye Oluokun, eyes in the backfield. You see safety again, eyes in the backfield. And then what happens when you get those eyes in the backfield? You're going to get this route. You're going to get this route from Cooper Kupp coming right behind it. There he is. Cooper Kupp popping over. Linebackers, eyes. You see those guys all going, oh, shoot, it's going right past me. And then you see Sam Darnold deliver a perfect throw right in stride to Cooper Kupp, who catches, runs for, you guessed it, another explosive pass for the Seahawks offense. So those were just 3 pass plays that the Seahawks got to. They've been doing this every single week. There's been some straight drop back plays without play action that are leading to explosives. JSN has been absolutely fantastic this year. A 3-level receiver, the deep ball, the intermediate ball, underneath, catch and runs. Sam Darnold has been consistently delivering. He's very comfortable in this offense. I'm very high on the Seahawks. I think they can keep this going. It's been really fun to watch to see them draw out these explosive passes week in, week out.